Hello, my name is Betty Sue Hertz and I'm the Director of Visual Arts. So the exhibition that I'm going to talk about is Wallworks, which is the summer exhibition and the first one that I'm organizing for YBCA. We've invited 8 artists to create new works directly on the walls of the exhibition spaces and the grand lobby. These works are going to be extremely large, some of them spanning over 90 feet across and 20 feet high, and they are going to be all addressing in one way or another 2 different themes. One theme is called split landscapes, and it's looking at the way we can consider landscape as fragmented, disjointed, not quite making sense, as sort of representing other kinds of ruptures, whether it be a geographic rupture, political rupture, or something else that can be represented through the metaphor of landscape. The second sub-theme of the exhibition is called Culture Color. What I mean by culture color is that in different countries or with different ethnic groups, there's kind of a palette that is used in clothing and decorative objects, in architecture, that then comes to sort of represent in one way or the other the culture itself. So the 8 artists, all working completely different styles and working in very different visual languages. So each presentation is going to be very different from the next, but they are all very bold and very vibrant works of art.
Hello, my name is Julio Cesar Morales. I am the adjunct curator. The project that I'm currently working on here at YBCA is Pause, Practice, and Exchange. And this series of exhibitions are based on a laboratory-like environment in which artists can experiment with their own art practice, as simultaneously audience can be fully engaged within their practice and actively participate within the programs. One of the big ideas that really resonates within the programming that I'm working on here at YBCA is Under the Influence, and a prime example of that is this cross-generational collaboration between George Kuchar and Miguel Calderon. The active component to the project by Miguel and George will be George's AC/DC class from the San Francisco Art Institute, in which students will set up a studio within the installation, and audience members can participate within the exhibition by finishing a series of scripts and acting out scripts as well from both Miguel and George's projects. Apart from the videos, there will be a collection of previous work from both Miguel and from George.
Hello, I'm Angela Maddox, Performing Arts Curator. I think one of the most timely and culturally relevant thematic strands that we're looking to explore in 2009-10 is this big idea that we're calling heroes and heroics. And in many ways, this big idea is really anchored by one of the cornerstone projects that we're presenting in performing arts. I'm honored to present the West Coast premiere of this brand new dance theater, really an epic, ambitious work by legendary choreographer Bill T. Jones. I'm thrilled to continue this long-term relationship with Bill T. Jones' Arnie Zane Dance Company. He's an extraordinary choreographer, I think one of the most artistic voices of our times. This latest work is the most ambitious project the company has undertaken. The piece is called Fondly Do We Hope, Fervently Do We Pray, and it's dealing with a really complicated legacy of one of America's great leaders, and kind of a contested hero actually, Abraham Lincoln. As Bill T. Jones often does, he integrates his personal story, his personal voice, with larger socio-political themes and ideas. This project continues that tradition. And as I do in many of the performing arts programs, I take a risk on new work. I'm really interested in supporting artists who are taking risks and forging new territory in the artistic process, and Bill T. Jones is absolutely known for doing this kind of work.
Hi, I'm Isabel Irigoyen. I'm the Performing Arts Manager at YBCA and the Curator of New Frequencies. Well, New Frequencies is an amazing program that we're just starting this summer as part of Push Play. We are going to do 2 different programs, 2 distinct programs within New Frequencies. One is that we are actually featuring musicians within the gallery spaces, responding to the Wallworks exhibit from a musical point of view. We're taking advantage of the fact that we have some of the most amazing innovators in San Francisco in the experimental, electronic, avant-garde, world music, and sort of creating a non-genre specific response to the artwork that people are going to come by to look at. It really is going to feature the next wave of world music. People who are utilizing new technology but still have a sense of tradition and history and roots. One of the most exciting artists that we're presenting in her San Francisco debut is Tanya Tagak, who's coming from Canada. She is an Inuit Eskimo, and she is an experimenter with the throat singing from her heritage, but is creating a completely distinct new voice. And she performed with Kronos Quartet at Carnegie Hall. She is someone that is totally unique in that she creates a landscape of sounds and wails and moans and brings us into her landscape. So I really welcome people to come and really experience this incredible, wonderful, unique opportunity to see music within the gallery spaces.
Hello everyone, I'm Joel Shepard and I'm the film video curator here. I think the idea that resonates most with me is under the influence, and this is probably the biggest of the three big ideas. And you can look at this from many different perspectives. You can look at it from a very obvious perspective, what inspires an artist. But you can take that a little bit wider, and you can look at what inspires us. And you can even take a different perspective and say, what or who do we count on to explain our sense in the world in the deepest level? And each of the curators is going to be exploring this idea from very different perspectives throughout the year. I think the program that I'm most excited about is in July. We're going to be hosting a kind of mini residency by the Argentinian filmmaker Lucrecia Martel, who with just 3 feature films has become a major figure in contemporary world cinema. So she's created a very interesting aesthetic using subtle gestures, sound, and image over ideas of traditional dramatic narrative. And much of her work is a critique of the upper classes in Argentina. She'll be here to present 2 of her 3 feature films. Her first film, which is a really masterful, really startling work called La Ciénaga, The Swamp. And then she'll also be presenting her brand new film that we'll be having the local premiere of, which is a very mysterious, very multi-layered work called The Headless Woman. And I really think she's one of the most exciting filmmakers working today, and it's going to be a real honor to have her here.
Hello, I'm Joel Tan, Director of Community Engagement here at YBCA. All of the big ideas will have a presence in all of our programming, but I would say that I'm most excited about our push-play period. This is the first time for us to really engage the summer festival. I'm really excited about what's going to be happening here in the Room for Big Ideas. Over the years, this space, this very small space in our grand lobby has evolved into a multidisciplinary residency space for many arts organizations. Upcoming is Mama Calizo Voice Factory, which is an amazing organization, a newer organization that was formed out of the Experimental Performance Institute of New College. It truly is an innovative, groundbreaking and bold organization that looks at and presents experimental work by local artists. A lot of the artists are queer, people of color, artists living with HIV and AIDS and chronic conditions. They're going to convert this room not only to show who they are as with an installation and exhibition, but they're going to program throughout the residency, the 4-month residency, a number of micro performances both here and in the grand lobby. This is going to be a room that is alive with a lot of queer, amazing, colorful energy.